This week on the Autocar Show, we kick off the new year with a special on all the new cars and SUVs set to launch in India in 2021, and a segment on safe mobility in partnership with Michelin Tyres. "2020 is a year that everyone just wants to forget, and while everything came to a grinding halt, 2021 brings about a new hope. And all the car makers seem to be coming in full throttle ahead with a whole bunch of brand new cars for all those prospective buyers to go to their nearest showroom and buy. So here's a look at all the new cars that you'd be able to go out and get in the year 2021. Let's start off with the hatchbacks. Hyundai will give India its first taste of the performance-oriented N brand with a spiced-up version of the new generation i20. The i20N line, not to be confused with the full-blown 204 horsepower i20N, will feature a number of styling elements inspired by Hyundai's performance arm. New bumpers, N-line badges, 17-inch wheels, and new sportier interiors are on the cards. Under the hood, the 1-litre turbo will be mated to a dual-clutch auto, or Hyundai could add a 6-speed manual to the lineup. Originally set to arrive in 2020, the next generation Celerio will now be launched in early 2021, replacing the current car. It is expected to spot a new exterior design altogether and have a new interior design too. Expect more features than the current car, including the latest SmartPlay Studio infotainment system. Based on the hard-tech platform, the new Celerio will get a 1-litre petrol or a 1.2-litre petrol and a 5-speed manual or AMT option, similar to what you get on the WagonR. One of the most important arrivals next year will be the new Maruti Suzuki Baleno. Aimed to take on the new i20, the new Baleno will provide a plusher, more premium feel inside and out. The 1.2-litre petrol engine is expected to continue with a manual and automatic gearbox options. A hotter, more powerful version of the Tata Altroz is coming very soon. Likely to be called the Altroz Turbo, it is expected to have the same 1.2-litre turbo petrol engine as the Nexon, albeit in a lower 110 horsepower state of tune. Aside from the standard fit manual gearbox, the sportier Altroz will also be available with a new dual-clutch automatic transmission. Continuing on our series for new cars of 2021, here's all the sedans that will be launched in this year. Audi has a busy 2021, and the first of its launches in the new year will be the updated A4, which incidentally marks a comeback for the model in India. Visual tweaks include new bumpers, a larger grille, and redone headlamps and taillights. And the car will pack in a new infotainment system too. Under the hood will be a 2-litre petrol engine making 190 horsepower. BMW will launch the new 3 Series Grand Limousine in January 2021. Essentially a long wheelbase version of the regular 3 Series, the Grand Limousine is 110mm longer than the standard sedan in its wheelbase, with rear seat space being the biggest beneficiary. It will also get updated rear seats and a panoramic sunroof. Expected to get both petrol and diesel powertrains. Already on offer with a petrol and diesel engine option, the Honda City is set to get a petrol-electric hybrid option in mid-2021. The powertrain will comprise of a 98 horsepower 1.5-litre Atkinson cycle petrol engine paired with an integrated starter generator and a second electric motor with output of 109 horsepower. Expect brilliant efficiency from this one. The A-Class sedan is coming soon and will take the place of the CLA as Mercedes-Benz's entry-level sedan in India. Styling inside and outside is new age Mercedes, while the feature set will include Merc's new MBUX infotainment system. The A-Class sedan will take on the likes of the BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe and will be offered with both a petrol or diesel motor. A hotter Mercedes AMG A35 is also India-bound. The E-Class facelift will come to India in mid-2021. Exterior changes would include a new trapezoidal grille and reshaped headlamps and tail lamps, lending the big Merc a fresh look. However, changes to the E-Class's interior are likely to be minimal. It will continue to be offered with a 2-litre petrol or a 2-litre or 3-litre diesel engine option. One of the biggest launches for Mercedes-Benz in 2021 will be the new S-Class. It now gets even bigger than before and sports an edgier design on the outside and a minimalist approach to design on the interior. Engines will include a 6-cylinder petrol and diesel, and a plug-in hybrid version is on the cards too. The ultra-luxury Maybach S-Class will also join the lineup later. The all-new mid-size sedan will replace the aging Rapid in 2021. The new model will be based on Volkswagen Group's MQB A0iN platform and will have much in common with VW's successor to the Vento. A 1-litre turbo petrol engine will power the new sedan and will come with both a manual or an automatic gearbox option. Based on a reworked version of Volkswagen Group's MQB platform, the new Skoda Octavia is larger than its predecessor. A digital cockpit, heads-up display, and a digital assistant named Laura are some of the highlights of the new Octavia. Under the hood, the new Octavia will get a 2-litre turbo petrol, while the entry-level models will also get a 1.5-litre turbo petrol engine. Just like the Skoda Rapid, the new Vento will be launched in 2021 and will be powered by a 1-litre turbo petrol engine. It will be substantially larger than the current generation Vento and will feature LED lighting, a digital instrument cluster, and a large touchscreen. Styling will have elements of the South American Volkswagen Virtus. The wait for the new generation S60, a rival to the Mercedes C-Class, BMW 3 Series and the Audi A4, will finally come to end in 2021. It sports a completely new design that is more in line with the rest of Volvo's present-day models. It will be offered in India with a 2-litre petrol engine option and solely in the T4 inscription trim. Coming up next, all the SUVs that will make their way to India in 2021. Here's a list of all the SUVs that will hit the market in 2021. The new Q3 will finally make its way to India in late 2021. While the exterior is edgier than before and inspired by the larger Q8, the interior gets features like the virtual cockpit and an 8.8-inch touchscreen. The Q3 will be powered by a 2-litre turbo petrol engine mated with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. A model that will mark Citroën India's entry is the C5 Aircross. The C5 Aircross will attract attention with its novel design and quirky styling. The 5-seat SUV is expected to be offered in a single, fully loaded variant and is likely to come with features such as a full LED headlamp, hands-free tailgate, 8-inch touchscreen, and a 12.3-inch digital instrument screen. Powering the SUV will be a 2-litre turbo diesel engine good for 180 horsepower. Codenamed the C21, Citroën's new compact SUV is based on the PSA Group's new common modular platform and is designed for developing markets. It is expected to bear Citroën's familiar design cues like a split headlamp setup, chunky alloy wheels, and heavy body cladding all around. Powering the C21 will be a 1.2-litre turbo petrol engine. The first Ford model to emerge from the company's joint venture with Mahindra will be the C SUV. Codenamed the CX757, it will share its platform and other mechanicals with the next generation XUV 500 and will take on the likes of the Tata Harrier and the MG Hector. It is expected to borrow the new XUV 500's 185 horsepower 2.2-litre diesel and 190 horsepower 2-litre turbo petrol engine. The Hyundai Creta family will grow in 2021 with the arrival of the new 7-seat derivative. However, it won't be called the Creta and instead will have a completely different name. This is to help differentiate it from the 5-seater Creta, which will continue to be positioned below the new model in the Hyundai lineup. The new 7-seater version will spot styling changes mainly at the rear, as this will be a longer vehicle with a more upright rear section. Engines option will be shared with the 5-seater version. Launched in 2017, the Compass is now due for a midlife update. Recently revealed in China, the facelifted Compass now gets a new slimmer headlamp with integrated LED DRLs, honeycomb-like inserts on the 7-slat chrome grille, and a new front bumper. It will also get a new interior and a 10.1-inch touchscreen. Engine options both for petrol and diesel remain unchanged. In 2021, the trusty utilitarian workhorse is set to reveal its biggest overhaul in years. Mahindra will roll out the Bolero Neo, which will be based on a new-age ladder frame chassis. And while the Bolero won't stray too far from its boxy upright design, it will look more modern and will have a better appointed and better equipped interior. The new generation Scorpio will be wider and longer than before and based on an updated ladder frame chassis with all new body panels. That said, it is expected to retain the upright silhouette that has defined it since its launch in 2002. The interior will be plusher and have completely new design too. Under the hood, the new Scorpio will come with a 140 horsepower 2.2-litre diesel and also a new 2-litre turbo petrol engine from the Thar. Originally set for a 2020 debut, the new Mahindra XUV 500 will now likely arrive by March 2021. It is expected to have a plusher interior with a dual screen setup, advanced driver assistance systems, and both petrol and diesel engine options. The 2-litre petrol will make 190 horsepower, while the 2.2-litre diesel will make 180 horsepower. Both engines will get a manual or automatic gearbox options. If online chatter is anything to go by, the Jimny is one of the most awaited launches of 2021. India will get the Jimny in a new, larger 5-door body style that is currently in development. A larger cabin and the addition of rear doors will make the Jimny more suitable for family buyers in India. It will be powered by the K15B 1.5-litre 105 horsepower engine. Maruti will retail the Jimny 5-door at its premium Nexa outlets with prices starting at just under 10 lakh rupees. Maruti Suzuki is also evaluating the standard 3-door Jimny for India following the impressive response to the Mahindra Thar. For the second generation model, Maruti is likely to stick with the rugged, squared-off and upright stance that made the Vitara Brezza so popular and also focus on retaining its roomy backseat and large boot. It is expected to be based on the Swift's hard-tech platform and be notably lighter and more fuel-efficient than its predecessor. The new Brezza could also bring back Maruti's 1.5-litre diesel engine. Amongst all the Skoda launches slated for 2021, arguably the most important will be the much-awaited mid-size SUV. Previewed by the Vision Iron concept at the 2020 Auto Expo, the mid-size SUV will be 4.2 meters long and will have a 2,671 mm wheelbase, which promises ample space for rear passengers. A 1-litre and 1.5-litre turbo petrol engine will be on offer with a manual and automatic option. The next big thing from Renault is the Kiger compact SUV. Renault's first sub-4-meter SUV is set to be positioned at the lower end of the compact SUV market. The Kiger will share parts and components with the Triber and other Renault models and will have a 72 horsepower 1-litre naturally aspirated engine or a 100 horsepower 1-litre turbo petrol engine option. Gearbox choices will include a 5-speed manual and an AMT for the naturally aspirated petrol, while the turbo variant is set to get a CVT automatic option too. The Hatchbacks concept drew eyeballs at the Auto Expo 2020 and the final production spec version of the mini SUV will go on sale around March 2021. Expect the model to feature chunky styling outside and in. The base engine option on the HBX will be a 1.2-litre naturally aspirated petrol unit, and the model could also debut a more powerful direct injection version of Tata's 1.2-litre turbo petrol. The new flagship in the Tata Motors range will be the 3-row Gravitas SUV. Effectively a 7-seat version of the Harrier, the Gravitas will be differentiable by a longer rear overhang and an upright tail end. This will free up more space for rear seat passengers. The Gravitas will also feature the 170 horsepower 2-litre Cryotech diesel engine along with the 6-speed manual and the 6-speed automatic transmissions from the Harrier. For 2021, the Toyota Fortuner will get a facelift with updates like a sleeker front end and slimmer LED tail lamps. On the inside, the SUV will now sport a larger 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. India will also get the higher spec Legender variant. Sporting different styling cues like a split grille, the range-topping Fortuner will get a 9-inch touchscreen. And with this update, the Fortuner's 2.8-litre diesel engine will also see a power jump to 200 horsepower. Widely considered to be among the hardiest, most reliable vehicles ever made, the Toyota Hilux is a pickup truck with an enviable reputation. The Hilux is based on the same IMV platform as the ever-popular Innova Krista and Fortuner, and also has the same powertrains, which will help Toyota keep the costs in check. And talking about cost, Toyota is targeting an aggressive starting price of 15 lakh rupees for the Hilux, which will rival the Isuzu V-Cross. Volkswagen's all-new mid-range SUV for India will come in the form of the Taygun. Based on the same MQB A0iN platform as the upcoming Skoda mid-size SUV, the Taygun will have a digital instrument display and large touchscreen infotainment system with connected car tech. It is expected to come with a 1-litre and 1.5-litre TSI petrol engine, as well as manual or automatic gearbox options. Coming up next, the segment on safe mobility in partnership with Michelin Tyres, and all the performance and luxury SUVs that will make their way to India in 2021.
Your safety, our priority. Committed to safer mobility for a better way forward. Brought to you by Michelin Tyres.
Tires make the world go round, and they are like the feet to the body. They do a lot of work, but often we don't pay attention to them till something goes wrong.
However, tires play a very important part in keeping you safe and comfortable. In this video, we tell you the 5 steps to keep your tires in good condition. If you notice any abnormality on the tire, it's better to change it with a spare. But if you notice a damaged rim, a cut on the sidewall or the tread area which is beyond repairable condition, it's better to change it rather than repair it. Repairing it can be dangerous.
If the tread wear indicator is exposed, it's time to get a replacement. You also get tread depth measuring gauges, and if the reading is less than 2 mm, then it's time to replace a tire. Often while driving, you feel like the car pulls to one side of the road on its own. If it's not underinflated or a puncture, then most likely your vehicle needs wheel alignment. Or if it's a vibration over a certain speed, in all likelihood the tires need balancing. The wheel balancing process requires the wheel to be taken off the vehicle and to be mounted on the machine, which rotates the wheel to calculate the exact weight required to be added in the form of the metal weights, which balances the weight evenly.
Well, those are the things you need to do to ensure your car's footprint is in its best condition.
The updated Q7 gets a number of styling changes that lend it a more butch look. The Q7's interior has also been redone with a switch to Audi's new-age twin touchscreen MMI infotainment system. A 3-litre V6 petrol engine will likely be the sole engine on offer. The DBX, the first SUV Aston Martin has ever built, is a model that Aston Martin hopes will double its sales in India. Slotting in between the Porsche Cayenne and the Bentley Bentayga in terms of size, the DBX is a 5-seater SUV that uses a Mercedes-AMG-sourced 4-litre engine, making 550 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque, giving it a 0 to 100 km/h time of just 4.5 seconds and a top speed of 290 km/h. Leveraging the 2,500 unit homologation free import rule for CBUs, Ford will ship in the performance version of the Ranger pickup called the Raptor. The Ranger Raptor is powered by a 231 horsepower 500 Nm twin turbo version of the Endeavour's 2-litre Panther diesel engine. Being an import though, the Ranger Raptor will be an expensive proposition. As a part of the midlife update, the F-Pace will get a number of exterior changes and also an overhauled interior. The LED headlights and tail lamps are slimmer than before, and the new front and rear bumpers have also been redesigned. Inside, the dashboard is all new and features an 11.4-inch tablet-like touchscreen infotainment system. In India, the F-Pace is expected to come with a 2-litre turbo petrol engine and a 2-litre diesel, and hybrid versions may also be offered. Land Rover recently revealed the midlife update for the 5th generation Discovery, which features a refreshed design, new tech, and a set of hybrid powertrain options. There will be a set of new generation engines, including a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol, as well as a 3-litre petrol and diesel straight-six engines, the latter two now featuring a 48-volt mild hybrid system.